quiet village surrounded by mountains lived an old lantern maker named Elias. Every year, the village held a festival of lights, and Elias was the heart of it. His lanterns glowed warmer, brighter, and gentler than anyone else's. People said his lanterns carried a piece of his soul. But despite his fame, Elias lived alone in a small wooden house with no lantern lit at his own door. One afternoon, a little girl named Lila visited his workshop. She was curious and fearless, with eyes that sparkled like morning dew. "Master Elias," she asked, "why is your house always dark? You make the finest lights in the whole village." Elias smiled softly. "My lights are meant for others, little one. The world needs them more than I do." Lila frowned. "But doesn't your world need light too?" Elias hesitated. For a moment, the question caught him off guard, but he gently shook his head and returned to his work. As the festival drew closer, everyone rushed to buy Elias's lanterns. His workshop was always full. Children laughed, couples held hands under the warm glow, and elders admired the beauty of his craft. But every night, Elias returned home to darkness. One evening, after finishing the final lantern, Elias suddenly felt dizzy. His hands trembled. He had spent weeks working without rest, without proper meals, without caring for himself. He collapsed onto his chair. When he opened his eyes, the room felt colder than ever. And for the first time, Elias realized he could barely see. The next morning, Lila returned to deliver him food, as she often did secretly. She gasped when she saw him pale and weak. "Master Elias, you're sick." He tried to smile. "I just need rest." Lila shook her head fiercely. "No, you need light." She took one of his finished lanterns, one he made for the festival, and hung it at his door. When she lit it, the warm glow filled his entire house. Elias stared at it with trembling eyes. He had crafted thousands of lanterns, yet this was the first time in years he saw his home shine. A single tear slid down his cheek. "I forgot," he whispered, "that the one who brings light must also receive it." In the following days, the village heard what happened. Everyone came not to buy lanterns, but to bring meals, clean his home, fix his workshop, and simply keep him company. Elias recovered slowly. And the first thing he did was create a special lantern, simple but full of warmth, and placed it permanently at his doorway. From then on, he kept his house lit every night. People still admired his lanterns, but now they admired something more. The old man who finally learned that giving to others is beautiful, but forgetting yourself is a quiet kind of darkness. And the lantern at his door became a reminder to everyone in the village. Even the brightest giver needs light too.